only thing I've really asked for is for the minimum fighter pay, which is $12,500, to be changed to $50,000.
Jake Paul is not just gearing up for his highly anticipated boxing match against Mike Tyson on November 15, which will stream on Netflix, but he's also reigniting the conversation about UFC fighter pay. The problem child addressed his ongoing rivalry with UFC President Dana White, expressing his desire to bury the hatchet on one condition. Paul declared, "The only thing I've really asked for is to change the minimum fighter pay from $12,500 to $50,000. This way, fighters who have to work multiple jobs or fight only once a year could still live off that."
So that if fighters who, have to work multiple jobs, if they fight once a year even, they would still be able to live off of that. And if it was twice a year, they'd make $100,000, which is great. So, but now if they're fighting once a year, it's like $12,500, or twice a year would be $25,000. So that's been my only ask to Dana to change, and that would only cost the UFC $20 million annually. So it seems like, oh, you made $3-4 billion. Why not just give a little bit more to the fighters? It's only $20 million.
He emphasized the importance of supporting fighters who are struggling financially, pointing out that if fighters could compete twice a year, they could earn a sustainable income of $100,000. Paul further highlighted the UFC's immense profitability, referencing the promotion's $4 billion income revealed when TKO Group acquired the UFC in 2016. It seems like, with the UFC making $3 or $4 billion, why not give a little more to the fighters? It's only $20 million. That's been my biggest thing. Make that change, and I will stay quiet, Paul remarked. Although Jake Paul seems willing to end his feud with Dana White, it remains to be seen whether the UFC boss is ready to reciprocate. Given White's history of holding grudges, as demonstrated in a recent interview where he once again took a verbal jab at Paul, the chances of reconciliation appear slim.
That's been my biggest thing of like, make that change and I'll shut the fuck up. But yeah, it's definitely like, I could talk about all the intricate details about this shit all day long, but sure. It's like, definitely when I started talking about this, that's when Dana White was like, oh, Jake Paul does steroids, Jake Paul's fights are rigged, Jake Paul this, Jake Paul that. So he's the one that like started all the personal rumors, Jake Paul doesn't sell, Jake Paul won't fight Anderson Silva. Like, he's been the biggest voice of oppression to me, because I'm the only one literally in the whole entire fight business who can talk back to him, or there's probably 4 people who can, but I'm the only one who has the balls to do it.
I think that what you're describing is